lawsuit that was filed by the former Prime Minister of Ukraine, there were some rather striking court documents referring to Manafort's role and including his business relationships, real estate deals with a Russian oligarch, Dmitry Firtash. Paul Manafort was in business with not one, but two Russian oligarchs. Dmitry Firtash, who was under indictment by the U.S. Justice Department. Another, Deripaska, who had been denied entry to the United States because of suspected organized crime ties.
Paul Manafort signed a contract with Oleg Deripaska to promote the Kremlin and the Kremlin's interests. Quoting Deripaska, Putin told him, "Manafort's our man."
Paul Manafort got his home in Trump Towers in 2006. You can easily see billions of dollars being siphoned off from that Ukraine-Russian energy trade and it going through Firtash to Paul Manafort and to Russians or Ukrainians who are buying condos in Trump-branded properties.
Russia has three main tactics for engaging what we call active measures: propaganda, cyber attacks. Most people don't focus on a third pillar of Russian active measures, which is to recruit and enlist, and in some cases run, agents of influence.
The Russians, with their full-time intelligence operatives, there's probably way over 1,000 of those in the United States.
The FBI does its best to try to monitor Russian intelligence officers here in the United States. But there are so many of them, and frankly, the FBI's resources are so limited.
When I did cases, I actually had to decide on which days I wanted the FBI surveillance group to watch my target.
We had no idea. They just seemed like a nice, quiet family.
If you look at either as Russian agents or as Russians who work on disinformation, there are more of them than there are Russians in the armed forces. So 1,000?
These can be individuals who know that they are spying for Russian intelligence, know that they're committing espionage, or can refer to some individuals who just aren't sure exactly who they're dealing with. Maybe it's bankers, maybe it's financiers, maybe it's people on the periphery of government doing something that the Russian government wants.
It seems that anybody who was anybody in Russian organized crime who came to Manhattan bought a condo unit at Trump Tower. There were gambling operations going on there and prostitution operations. These investigations were leading to Trump over and over and over again.
Christopher Steele is a former MI6 specialist in Russia. The U.S. investigative firm commissioned Mr. Steele to look at Mr. Trump and Russia. It was a very general assignment, and he found an extensive set of relations with Russia.
He was generally held in very high regard. He had a reputation, of course, also for working with the FBI.
He helped the FBI make the FIFA cases.
Major corruption crackdown going down right now. Arrests made around the world.
This is the result of a 3-year-long FBI investigation.
He broke the case and gave them access to the key witnesses that they used to get the pretty spectacular results that they ultimately got.
Alexander Litvinenko, who's a former FSB agent, and when he sought asylum in London, he started working for MI6. His handler was Christopher Steele.